I bet it last week at Woodley minus 160. I shared that with humans. I was a little hesitant to go public with it in Point Spread Weekly only because I had opened my mouth with Gaethje and took him at 160 or 65 a week early. And then I miscalculated and lost 30 cents on closing value, which I hate. So this line was rising on Woodley a little bit. I think this is a little bit of a situation where you have maybe more studied UFC people on the Woodley side and more people that are new to the game watching Gil Burns on the Burns side. He's won his last 5. His last 3 were at the division he'll fight Woodley in 170. That gives me indication that Burns is a little bit of a tweener. He's too big for 55, and I don't think he's big enough for 70, to be quite honest with you. The 2 people he fought most recently, Gunnar Nelson and Damian Maia, are grappling, world-class grappling experts with some striking ability, and he showed well against them. Burns himself, a savant in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's going to take advantage of the smaller cage and try and engage Woodley, wear him out, and take a page out of the Kamaru Usman notebook. By the way, Gil Burns and Kamaru Usman, they train together. So Usman's telling Burns exactly the game plan to wear Woodley out, try and take him late. All that said, I believe Tyron Woodley was the victim of his own success, just like Cain Velasquez and other young fighters. When they go from nothing and they get something and they got money and sleep in silk sheets, Tyron Woodley decided that he was going to crop his beard and be a rap star. And I believe he lost focus. And I believe that focus is back. From my plants down in Florida, they tell me his camp is super. Woodley has explosion, power, experience, a deeper depth of work in the 170. And I regard Woodley as a 250 favorite in this fight. So, yes, I believe there's value in Woodley all the way. You know, I think you need to get him under 200 and gobble up all the value you can get. Now, that said, I think the tsunami of people could be betting Burns. So it might be something we want to watch a little bit here to see where that number goes, because it was at 190 earlier this week. It's kind of sifted down now, and I believe it could go down a little further.